Most of the times I say I'm a pretty bright person. Maybe.
And most of the times I do smile a lot.
가끔 난 이건가? 한국말로? 가끔 난. Sometimes 가끔 난 이건가? I think sometimes I'm, for me, like I visually I kind of imagined a therapy session, and for me, like sometimes I'm was like that one song where I needed to, like, you know those moments where you don't want to really explain yourself and you just kind of want to be alone, and sometimes it's really okay to be alone, but it's like a hassle to really try to explain that. I kind of imagined like if you're in a therapy session, and you know those therapy sessions where when everyone sits around in a circle and it's like and it's like, for example, like they're trying to get over something, and they're like Fred stands up, for example, and everyone's like, "Hi Fred, my name's Fred." It's like, "Oh, hi Fred." So technically, yeah, there's support groups, consultation, group therapy type of thing. So I imagined, man, this would have been such a sick concept, but I imagined, by the way, it's not going to come out like this, I'm just saying. I imagined like this consultation group session, and everyone's like sitting in a circle, and then it's, you have all these people, and the head speakers, the key word is sometimes I'm, and then, you have one person starting off, and this person's like, sometimes I'm a lion because I want to feel courageous, and it's like, oh, thank you, like everyone claps, and then it goes to the next person, and the person's like, sometimes I'm a unicorn because I feel special, and then it cuts to the next person, and there you have just Maito sitting in the corner, and everyone's like, well, Maito, how about you? And he's like, no, I'd rather not. And everyone's just edging him to, like, tell him his version, and he's like, no, you know what, I'd rather not. And they just keep edging him, and then he finally starts, not you, Laurie, Laurie. And then he finally starts blurting it out, and that's when the song starts. Sometimes I'm better off alone, and sooner or later he just starts going on this rant. Like when you're in a moment where you weren't going to say anything, but all of a sudden you started blurting those words out from how you felt, and then it just kind of went down this hole, like this huge rabbit hole, like this. And then it just started dominoing, and it's snowballing into something, and that's kind of how this song was meant to be taken. It's like it's a moment where all of a sudden he's opening up. Maito's opening up for the first time, and I wanted this song to be last in the album because at the end of it all, it's like you have such a theatrical, cinematic experience, but it comes back down to something very raw and real, and it's like all it really is him just really expressing how he feels, ultimately, and it's just stuff like that, really. So at the end of the day, it's what I had visually was like, in this therapy session, everyone forced Maito to tell him like how he feels, and then at the end of it, it's like everyone's kind of like dead on the floor, and it's like, without them knowing, Maito just unleashed all his like hell and chaos, and he forgot that he was like this villain and this superior being, and through that he without him knowing, he just exerted too much. And then it's so funny, like what I imagined was at the end of it, he was like thinking, he's like, oh, I feel better, and he just gets up and he leaves. So I mean, something very interesting to kind of imagine, but that's kind of how I kind of had in my head.
So most of the times I would say I'm a pretty bright person, easy to get along with, and most of the times I do smile a lot, I reckon. But then,
sometimes,
Sometimes I'm better left alone. Sometimes I'm waiting for you to go. Sometimes I'm just hoping that you would know. Sometimes I'm wondering how did I get this gone to my head in the first place. I'm doing just fine. I got myself in this rat race. Who cares about the time? Sometimes I'm just hoping that you would know. Sometimes I'm wondering how did I end up so down, baby, don't give me a minute, 'cause I'm never quite ready to give you a reason. And I try to be steady to get you from leaving. Just slow down, baby, don't give me a minute. Slow down, baby, don't give me a minute, 'cause I'm never quite ready to give you a reason. And I try to be steady to get you from leaving. Just slow down, baby, don't give me a minute. I'm running out of things I love.